some wildland ventures. So, lovely sunny Monday, and our task is to finish the plywood floor. So this is just the plywood that's down at the moment, and then obviously we're going to put a type of flooring down. Haven't decided what yet. We could do lino or something like that, but it needs to be hard wearing, because obviously in that van it's going to wear down. But I digress. What I've done is I've got the old flooring, put that on the ply, drawn around it for where I need to cut, and then hopefully I should be able to get it all done out of this one last sheet of ply. If not, I'm off to the builder's merchant again. I don't want to have to go there again because it's a pain in the bum. But last bit of flooring to do, and then that's that done. Then insulation, and then I'm going to do the diesel heater, and there's a lot of and thens, but that will be the electric solar panel and everything like that, which will be exciting yet also terrifying. So let's get started, shall we? Wish me luck. Right, so taking the seats out. Need two people for that really, but never mind. Taking a bit of flooring down, just got that last little end bit there to do, and then the floor is all laid down, ready for whatever we put on it. So yeah, also while you're doing it, don't worry if there is the tiniest little gap there, if that means making it flush elsewhere, because obviously ply is just the base bit of the floor, and then once you put, say, a lino or even laminate down, that will cover that all up. So don't panic if you make a bit of a mess up with the cut. The base ply is not the finished product that you're going to see. So yeah, just a helpful tip, don't panic. We all make wrong cuts every now and then. I'm definitely guilty of it. Such as here. For some reason, I cut the ply, but because obviously where the old, what's it called? The old headboard, bulkhead, that's the word. The old bulkhead used to sit from in there and come around here. And obviously I cut the ply religiously to the old flooring, which I should have seen it, but I didn't. But it's not, like, again, not the end all. I can cut a little piece of wood fit in there if I really want to. I probably will, because it'll bug me. But yeah, floor, nice and stable. Yes. So I can do it on one sheet of ply. Thank God. Though it's going to have to be a bit of a chop. Offcuts of the ply leaves me with that little square there to do. I can get it out of this. So do that, because again, you're not going to see any joins or anything like that, so it's not a big deal, as long as the floor's all covered, which it will be. So success. Got it all squared out where you need it. Then comes the joyful time of screwing it down, which I have the screws right here. You know, another problem for me at the moment is getting the right camera angles, you know, because I like put the camera up there and then it just either doesn't show what I'm doing or it shows like just there, or yeah, camera angles not my finest. I'm learning, alright, so bear with. But well, that's not a good start, is it? Let's you got your board down. You know where you want it. You got it where you want it. Screw it down. I'm using these zinc coated and rust resistant and moisture resistant. I suppose moisture resistant is rust resistant, isn't it? There. It's been a long day. My kids have been a nightmare, so bear with me. Joys of Easter holiday, filled up with chocolate, didn't share any with me. Dad tax was invoked though, I will say. But anyway, screw your board down exactly where you want it. And then that way you know it's not going to move. Now, I know there's a beam there. Sometimes, I will say, one thing you can do is if you know where your strut beams are on the floor, you don't need to mark them down, but if you're going to be slightly forgetful, draw them on your sheet of wood. That way you know I can put screw there, screw there, screw there, because otherwise you'll either just screw straight through the PIR board, and that's not going to hold, is it? But I digress. Let's get this screwed down. You know, I said to you, like, draw it down. I just forgot where my beam was and I just drilled straight through the fucking PIR board. Whoops. Mess. I'm in my line now. Know where I've got to be. He says that and then he goes straight through the... That's just my luck, that, to be honest. Sometimes I get it bang on right. And other times I can completely mess it up. But I am only human. So, yeah. I'll tell you what though, I am really looking forward. And then, flooring all done, my two little helpers, little Oz and Ella, have decided they want to come out, but flooring down. So next stage, insulation. So I ordered this insulation bundle from Shore Vans on eBay, I think it was. Cheaper option than Dodo Mat. Dodo Mat are fantastic. Let's not beat around the bush on that one, but this was the cheaper option, which still does exactly the same job. So we're going to give this one a go. They do come highly recommended and the reviews are brilliant, and I've seen a lot of people use these guys and haven't looked back. It all depends on people's budgets really, whether you want to pay for top end gear or middle range gear. This is the middle from what I've seen. Obviously we will review it all, putting it on. So far with the sound deadening, highly impressed. Absolutely phenomenal. So we'll see. But in order to get this stuff on, I need my special scissors, which are... These are the best scissors in the world. So let's do this on this lovely sunny day, because it's a warm one. Thankfully I've got the roof vent in and the doors open, and with the roof vent and the doors open, lovely breeze coming through. So, and I've also noticed something that I did wrong. I didn't take the boards off on the doors, so I've got to do that and then insulate them and sound deaden them, because I didn't do that. So I'm going to do that. I spotted that as I was opening the doors earlier and I was like, oh crap. Got to do that. Yeah. Let's get cracking. So I think what I'm going to do would probably be the most sensible option is I'm going to try and cut things measured and then stick them on. I think that'll be the better way rather than just going all out crazy with it, because then hopefully it will reduce less wastage and I'll get more out of this. I mean, this is more than enough to do this van. Should be. I hope. I really hope. But let's get going. Right. Oh, get this out of the way. So I'm trying a different angle because when I had the camera over there, you could see me, but behind this, you couldn't see what I was actually doing. So that was not helpful whatsoever. Rubbish. I'll regret doing that. Anyway, tools that you'll need. You'll need a tape. One of these is brilliant because when you stick it to the wall, you can really work it into the grooves and get it to really stick to the metal. And obviously these scissors, which are fantastic. So I'm now going to do a speed run with the camera up there, so high, and you can see what I'm doing, and I might try change the angle so you can see this wall here as well. Then you can see what I'm doing to stick everything on. I will say, when you're doing this, don't panic if it looks choppy, okay, because the aluminium, it does with these are very sticky. So when they stick, but when you're cutting it, the aluminium does tear ever so lightly, so it can look a bit choppy. But with a little bit of a workout, I find these a lot easier than using the Stanley blade, because it's obviously I'll need a board down to do it, and it's a lot of hassle. Whereas if I can just measure, cut with these, it's a lot quicker and easier. Yeah, we'll go with that. Do it whichever way you like. If you find it more comfortable using the Stanley blade, you find it more comfortable using the Stanley blade. And a word of advice: always have more than one tape measure, because one of my tape measures went whoops. Now, not you. Now, with doing these, I've seen a lot of people use aluminium foil around the edges, which gives it that pure, it's all sealed then. I'm doing that myself because I think a bit of extra can never go amiss, really. The more you put on there, the more warmer it's going to be. Thank you. As you can see, Ozzy is being most helpful by playing with his monster trucks. Hindrance or helpfulness. So put that on there. I'm not happy with that whatsoever. I've had to do some little chops there to make it fit. If you do cut it short, that's what you can do. Me, I just like it to be one fell sheet, and this is Oz. You've got chocolate spread on your mouth. Okay. I like it to be one precise cut, but unfortunately, nature of the way things go, sometimes it doesn't work out that way, which is fine. It bugs me. Nevertheless, one vapor barrier. Then all you got to do is then stick your wool to the aluminium, panel it off, job's good. But before we panel it off, we're going to do the electrics. So yeah. Right, We'll do this side. Do the big panels first, shall we, Oz?
Yeah.
Yeah? Are you going to wipe that chocolate spread off your face? He's just had his sandwich. So, yes, he's just had his sandwich and chocolate spread is all over. He looks like the Joker, doesn't he? Like, why is so serious? It's hot. It's a hot day. Right. Big panels, then we'll do the little itty ones. You can do some rolling on that bit there. Right. So, with putting these in here, cut it to a rough shape and then just cut little pieces off and just work it into as much coverage as you can get around, the better. So I've got to cut some little bits to go in there so I can fit into here, but it comes out this side as well, so I haven't got to worry too much because I can cut a straight line up to there and just make this one square. But as much coverage as you can get, like I say, the better. Keeps you nice and toasty. In here was a pain because obviously you got these here, so you had to sort of feed it in and then gently peel it as you stick it down. But this bit here is done, and wheel arch completely done. What takes the time is, like I say, the little fiddly bits, but getting there bit by bit. What I might also do is now just crack on with the rest off camera and then snap back to when it's all done. That makes sense. To be fair, I might not get all this finished today, so if I don't, then I'll be continuing it on the next day or what have you. All right. Hello. Right, so we've done a lot. Most of the roof is done. Now got to the extract fan, so there's only 2 more panels left to do there. And as you can see, aluminium foiled it all. And then we've worked our way around to there. And obviously just got to start from there, and then down the bottom here, along. And then got to do at the top here, along there. And then the roof line at the front of the van. Oh, can't forget the doors. I've started putting the sound deadening on the doors as well, so. Oh yeah, so right, that'll be the end of the video for this week. I really appreciate you all watching, and stay tuned for next week where we finish off the installation. And I can't wait, and we can get the wall put in as well, which will be fun. And then I think I'll do the diesel heater next, and then the electrics after that. We may see Danny, we may not. Who knows? Who knows? I have missed him this week. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and please, if you haven't already, subscribe and follow us on Facebook. Thank you very much. Bye.